Hello everyone, Vita's A30 here, back with another how to play. This is how to play Take That, which I must warn you is not an English language game. However, as with other English, non-English language games that I have, there is nothing on the cards that is not English, so it makes it playable and easy to use. It's not like some game where that's a word game that's not in English, for instance. There's nothing on the cards that is just numbers. If it's just numbers or colors or whatever on cards, language doesn't matter. Anyways, it is Take That is by NSV, which is Nürburger. If I could read that. Yeah. Nürnberger Spielkarten Verlag. You can see it is 79 cards, plus I guess one blank card. And I'm trying to. Why am I reading the box? It's not in English. 2 to 4 players. This is what you get. Now, you get one blank card. I guess it's like an extra card in case there's missing card. Instructions are obviously not English, so I've had to print them out. It's always fun. In this game, you're going to be playing cards in a line. And you're going to be collecting cards, and it doesn't really explain what the object of the game is, so I'm just going to show you how to play. Now, in the game, you have cards that are numbered 12 through 98, but there is no cards that end in 0. So there's no 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, etc. It's 12 to 98, no cards with zeros. All the cards, as you might see here, that have a double number, like 88, for instance, 66, 22. These are the toad cards, and these are worth negative 5 points each, so you want to avoid capturing them if possible. The rest of the cards are kind of interesting, and I'm going to give you an example if I can. Here's a good one. That one is a good one. I'll do that. See if there's another one. Okay, there's another one. Every card in the game has a twisted card that goes with it, except for the toad cards. Is that what I called them before? They're the toad cards. I don't remember what I called them. But every card has a twisted card. So the twisted card for the 93 is the 39. The twisted card for the 49 is the 94, etc., etc. For 23, it'd be 32. The 69, everyone's favorite number, it'd be 96, and and so forth. That's why there's no cards that end in 0, and there's no twisted cards for the duplicates, the 88s, the 66s, the 33s, etc. You'll see how this comes into play in a bit, but basically, if you have the cards in a row here, let's say these are the cards in a row, and we'll just say this 93 is here, and I bring out this 39. This is the twisted card for this one, so I take those, and this is going to come over, and then the next person's going to add a card, if they can. And they're going to keep going back and forth like that. So I will set this up and explain it better. Cards, by the way, are good quality, linen finish. I should probably put that one in there. So you're going to be playing cards in a line, as I mentioned. Now, each player is going to be getting a certain amount of cards. And it's going to be, for 2 to 3 players, 9 cards each. 4 players, it's 8 cards each. So we're going to do 9 cards each. I'll just deal out a few. That's 9. We'll set up the draw pile here. So my opponent is going to look at his cards. He'll start. He's going to play a card here. Let's say he plays the 76. And then he's going to draw back up. You're always going to draw back up. Now I must play a card that is no more than 10 cards above or below that one in value. So I have to play a card between 66 and 86. And if I cannot do that, then I must pick up all the cards that are there and perhaps take on big negative points. I don't want to take on the toad cards. So within 10, also, if I had a 67, I could play that and collect those cards as positive points. But I don't have that card, so I'm going to look at my cards here and go, I don't have any good cards here that could be twisted at the moment. Oops, that's not going to be valid. I'll play the 72, and I draw back up. My opponent's going to go. He's going to play a card again. It's got to be between 62 and 82. And again, if he has a card that he could twist, that's a twisted card, one of those, he could play it. He does not, so he's going to play between 62 and 72. He's only got one option. That's this one right here. Now, I got to play a card again within that range, 10 above or below. And I haven't picked up anything I can twist, so I can go down to 55. Look at my cards here. I'm just going to play, I can go up to 75 as well. Let's just play to 71. We'll go back up. My opponent's going to go, and he has basically one choice, the 74, unless he has something he does. So he's going to play this card. This is the twist, so he's going to capture these ones as positive points and collect the card. That's how that works. And it doesn't matter where that card is. If I get the 67, I can play it here. I can play it down and take this card, the 76, and then this would move over, as hopefully we'll demonstrate soon enough. Hopefully. So I got to play again. Card there. It's got to be, let's just say I played a 68. Draw a card. My opponent is going to play a card. I'm just going to, he can't drop it down. He has to play a 74. And I'm going to play a 79. My opponent's going to go here. He has to play the 86. He has that much of a choice because nothing else is within 10. And comes to me, I don't have the 68, unfortunately. I got a 64. I would need a 46 for this one. Do I have anything I can twist? Not really that I'm seeing, unfortunately. And I have to play within this number. I gotta scooch the camera over here because I'm already going off screen. So I'm gonna play the 81. My opponent's probably gonna be happy with that. No, he doesn't have the 18. He is lucky because he can play this 91. I'll just play that there. He's gonna draw a card. And it comes to me. And I am boned. Because I do not have a card. I would have to play a card that is between 81 and 98. I do not have one. So I got to collect all of these cards as negative points. And that's my turn. Now, my opponent is going to go, and he can play whatever the heck he wants now because there's nothing here. So maybe he plays the 16, and he collects a card. And back to me, I have to play a card that's close to that, so I'm going to play the 14. Ooh. My opponent says cards. He is going to play the 61, which is that. So this comes over, he collects a card. And now I'm going to play, I have really not much of a choice, but to play this 12. And my opponent will play an 18. And you're going to keep going back and forth like this until you've gone through the entire deck. At the end, you're going to score the points. And the scoring is basically going to work like how I mentioned. Any cards that are left here, I put aside that have no value. Any cards in your hand, get put aside, they have no value. Any cards that you have, face down in front of you, let's say these are the cards I have, these are going to be minus points. So these would be my minus points. Let's say these are my minus points. We'll just use this as my hand. We'll say these are the cards that I had. These are going to be my minus points. These are the cards I collected. And so I have 9 minus points, we'll say. If I had one of these toad cards, that would be minus 5 as well. Let's say I had the toad card in there. So minus 1 for each card, minus 5 for the toad cards. For any cards that I discarded face down that I picked up, any cards that I pick up from here are going to go into my face down pile as negative points. All of these cards here that I twisted, they're going to be positive points. So negative cards are going to put face down, positive points go face up. And then you're going to score your hand, and whoever has the most amount of points at the end is going to win. And you're going to play 2 complete rounds, and whoever has the best overall result wins. And you can play more rounds if you want. And you can have absolutely a negative number. For instance, if you have 12 plus points and then you have 17 negative points, your result is going to be a negative 5 minus 5. There's also an advanced variation, particularly recommended for 2 players. Where if you have this line here and you have 1 card and you cannot play, they take this card as just 1 negative point. But they must also take the top card and place it face down as a negative point. So that would only happen in a 2-player game as an advanced rule. If you can't play, you take just 1 card, then you must draw 1 from the top as an additional negative point, and that could be potentially a toad card. But that's an advanced rule. I think it's a pretty cool game, pretty interesting, pretty unique, pretty decent quality, and I like it. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. That is Take That. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching.